It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and I am behind the lens again in the stunning garden of Diane and Mario Sharp in San Diego. Diane is a longtime follower, and she bumped into me at Planter's Paradise a couple of weeks ago and just went on and on about how I inspired her garden. So I said, oh, send me some pictures. And oh my gosh, you guys are going to plots when you see what Diane and Mario have accomplished in this, what is really a small yard would you consider this central San Diego?
Mira Mesa?
Yeah, so kind of in the middle.
Probably, yeah.
Coastal and inland, sort of right in the middle. But Diane, tell me, what was the impetus for all of this beauty? How did it start?
Well, my mom bought me this fountain back in 2002, and I've had it all this time until about 2 years ago. We had water in it, and then it started leaking. So at first I was just trying to find ways to stop, seal the leak, and gave up on that after a few tries, different products. And so I started Googling how to make a fountain into a planter, and your video came up on YouTube, and that's what started it all. So I planted this 2 years ago, and since then I've been continuing to watch your videos, and I've just been just in awe of these plants. These plants are amazing. They look fake. They don't even look like a real plant, any other plants. They look plastic. They
sure do.
And they just amaze me. I mean, just amazing. Look at the colors that come out. And they're so easy to grow, and so there's just so, look at the thickness of this here. And I give them no fertilizer, nothing. I did put the worm castings in from elm dirt, and that, I think, that helps a lot too. Look at this little purple flower. I've never noticed this blooming before.
Oh my gosh, that is precious.
It is.
This is like...
What's this one called?
Yeah, it's a fuzzy, the common name, I think it's a variety of wandering Jew, which is probably not a very...
And it's stiff, it's leathery, it's real strong. But they're all just amazing. And they do grow together like a tapestry,
Yeah, they knit together, don't they?
Yeah. I haven't braved doing a tapestry yet, but I guess you could consider this.
Well, I think you have.
Tapestry.
And your upper deck, you put some buttons. That's funny. I just started a relationship with buttons, and here they are in Diane's Mountain. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to begin.
Went nuts over the talavera that we found at Planter's Paradise. My husband's got a real obsession with it. The balls I found actually at Tuesday morning, and they were pretty cheap.
Amazing.
But yeah, we used to have, this whole backyard used to be grass, and it was stiff green Bermuda grass, and it took so much work to keep it maintained, and Mario was out here with his scissors trimming it. He trimmed it with scissors. He edged it with scissors.
Gosh,
and then all of a sudden it just wasn't fun anymore, and we had a tree house here, and a big ficus tree, huge big ficus tree, and it was such a mess, and it started dropping berries, and so our neighbors were also having problems with the roots, so we ended up having to take that out, and we put this avocado tree in its place.
Gorgeous.
And we started in with enjoying palms, and we got these foxtail palms, and we got some king palms out in front because they shed themselves. You don't have to hire anybody to come and prune them. So they shed themselves, they're easy peasy, and we took out all of the citrus trees that we had because again, they were really messy and the fruit wasn't that good, and they got bugs, and I didn't want to spray because it was food. I didn't want to spray them with poison, you know. And they were just ugly too. They were so black and sooty, and so got rid of the citrus trees, and our son Tane said I could build you a patio in flagstones, and we started with the patio and the little artificial piece that we have here. We kept that for the dog to potty on, and then we just started building walls, and it was quite a project, though. It took months. It took actually, I think, a whole summer, and this was 2 years ago. And then last year, Tane built the planters out in front. So the front was where I really tried to do my FIY project of specimen planting. Actually, it's not tapestry, but it's specimen planting with plants. And we just went to the farmer's market and started buying plants, knowing that we're going to have this big, huge project, and we're going to need a lot of plants. And so farmer's market had these little tiny 1-inch pots that had baby plants in them. So we raised those for a couple of years until they got big enough, but they're still babies. They're not big plants like you plant, Laura, but they're babies, and so we're going to just enjoy them so much, you know, as they grow. And I always worry about the big plants, thinking I'm going to have to deal with them too soon, and I don't really know if I'm going to be able to deal with the big, giant, you know, cactuses. And
well, that's when you call Team DFS.
Oh, okay.
And we'll bring our whip in a chair.
Oh my gosh, you would maintain my properties?
Heck yeah.
Oh, I would love that.
Heck yeah. And we're even growing cats and food. See, on the other side of the fence, and they're going to make some modifications to the chain link. But, you know, this is a delineation between the succulent garden and the food garden. It's just masterful. This yard is not big, you guys, but it feels huge. The way they have done this, it's just absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. What is this creature? Look at this.
What is that one? Is that a living rock?
Yes. It's the biggest I've ever seen.
Huh.
How cool is that? I know we're not supposed to touch people's plants, but I can't help myself.
You can fondle them all you want.
I got kicked out of the San Diego Botanical Garden years and years ago. The docent was very nice the first time. Please don't touch the plants. And I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I just can't help it. And finally they came up to me and asked me to leave. Look at this, Echeveria gibiflora.
She seems pretty happy.
Stunning.
Huh? Look at her blooms.
Blooms. You hear the wind chimes. How much time would you say you spend outdoors?
All the time. This is our living room, actually. We spend, we eat out here, and we spend the majority of our time out here.
And Diane and Mario have a beautiful home, and still they spend all their time out here. And can you blame them? Look at this. Look at that. The hammock is fabulous. You guys are going to be in for a really big treat, because we're also going to eyeball the front yard, but that will be another day.
We got these.
You've got water. You save.
Yeah, rainwater.
This is your. That's funny. So I take it it's empty.
It's full of it's really actually quite full.
Is it?
And
That's
we
awesome.
water the plants with it until it's gone,
Until
and then
it's gone.
we have to save it until the next rain.
Yep. See how it's attached to their gutters. That's genius. I love that. And look at this.
These are from Southwest Boulder and Stone.
Yes.
And that
gorgeous.
was tough getting those back here. But Mario, he knew that's what he wanted to do and where to put them. And between Tane and Mario and our neighbor Dawn, they got those back here.
They're stunning.
So,
And so, you know, one of my sayings, so much so that I even had it put on a t-shirt, is every garden needs a phallus. Tell me about yours.
oh my gosh, it started with a little tiny, about 6 inches tall.
Just really excited to be here, isn't it?
And it's just taken off, and it's got a little wart on the side, but it's never bloomed before, so it's gonna be so exciting to see its first bloom.
It is indeed.
And
there's the wart.
And the little barrels, those were so cute. When I saw your phallus, I thought, oh, I need to have some barrels back here.
You sure do.
So that's where we put them.
Just perfection. Everything is absolute perfection. How fun. And so this has been about a 2 years in the making kind of project. And then look at her propagation tray.
I love
this.
I love throwing whatever falls off accidentally in the flat, and just water. I missed it every couple of days, and they're growing, and
some of them are getting pretty big.
Takes patience, but yeah, they're so cute, aren't they?
Yeah. So see, guys, how this works. You see how this leaf is all brown and done because the plant. See, the mama leaf threw all her energy to the little plantlet. So that's kind of the process. Here's another one with a very brown leaf and then a little baby plantlet. And these, this one isn't. Okay, this one is not currently rooted in the soil, but you can see the little bud of a root right there. So that's how it works. So we start with just a tiny little bit of plant material at the very end. So this, don't make the mistake of taking your little leaf props and sticking them in the ground like that. That's not what you want to do. You want to lay them flat like Diane has done. And that's how it is done.
That's the kind of teaching that I so appreciate, because I didn't know anything about that, when I first started. So
well, it is my pleasure. And look at how she's taken advantage of the shade. And she's not an exact purist, which I love. They have a lot of Hoya. I mean, look at her string of pearls. It puts mine to shame. Look at that. I'm going to show this video to my string of pearls and shame it. Ooh, that's really cool. Look at all of that.
My dad gave me that about 30 years ago. It's called a rabbit's foot fern.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And oh my gosh, it builds its own pot. It never needs to be repotted. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. And that I'm very sentimental too.
Oh, I bet. That's so beautiful.
And it always looks beautiful.
Wow. I mean, just
easy to grow.
So much to see. And who is this creature?
Gypsy King.
Hi, Gypsy King.
Yeah. He's the boss. He just got a haircut. He's not too happy about it, but
that's so funny. And then over here, Diane's got more Hoya. This is a plant that we had growing on a fence in my patio when I was a kid, and I've always been really sentimental about it, as I think it's what's pretty much prompted or started my interest in plants, because the flowers are like wax, and then they get a little dewdrop of water right in the middle in the morning, and I was just always so amazed by that. So all back here, you see how Mario and Diane have used every square inch of their space to its maximum potential. All of their beautiful, beautiful plants. And then here's a little better view of the garden. We have carrots here. And a pepper in the cage. And then the tomatoes are over there. So they've got plenty of room. This is also where they have buried all of their pets. Right on cue there. Right on cue.
There you go.
All right. Well, Diane, thank you so much for sharing your backyard with us, and we will look very much forward to seeing the front.
Thank you.
This has been Laura Eubanks and Diane Sharp with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.